Hi YouTube, it's Lena, and I'm here today with my Drop 10 by Summer project pan. I did finish one thing since the intro. I finished the Cinema Secrets quick drying rinse-free formula makeup brush cleanser. I started right here and I have finished the rest of it. I actually finished it very recently, so that is done. I'm not going to roll anything in because I actually had to replace two other items with products, so I just couldn't think of another thing to roll in that I wanted to work on right now, so just gotta roll with it. So the first thing that I want to replace is this Formula X for Sephora Neon Polish in Radioactive. The color is really pretty, but when I used it, it was very streaky formula. Like even with 3 coats, I couldn't get it fully opaque and nice looking. And it's a matte polish on top of it. So I think that probably adds to the streakiness, or at least the inability to make it look good. So I'm just gonna get rid of this. I can't make it work. And I am replacing it with a toner, strangely enough. But I've been using this lately and I think it does fit into the spring to summer kind of theme of this. It is the Sunday Riley Mattifying Melting Water Gel Toner for oily to blemish prone skin. I got this from my Ipsy bag, I believe, this month, and I've been loving it. So like I've already kind of put a little bit of a hurting on it. Not a ton, but a little bit, but I figured I like something that helps keep me matte during the day, and this certainly does. Even when I'm not wearing makeup, it helps mattify my skin. So this is a push-up mechanism. So right now the bottom of it is right here. So I'm pretty sure I can use that up in 2 months, even if I'm using another toner at night, which I will get into the update for it in a moment. In the other product, I can't remember what I'm replacing. Like I whited it out on my sheet of paper, but I know what I'm replacing it with. So gotta kind of roll with me here. And I think this also fits into the theme. It is the Jergens Wet Skin Moisturizer with refreshing coconut oil. If you guys have been following me for a long time, you actually know that the Nivea in shower lotion was something that I absolutely loved. I went through multiple bottles of it, like big full-size bottles of it, but not cruelty-free. I'm actually looking for a cruelty-free version of this type of product. I just happen to have this in my backup stash, so I figured I'd break it out. But coconut's definitely a summery type thing. It's completely full. I just knocked a little bit of the air out so that I could get like a measurement. But I know that Lush makes a body conditioner type product that you put on like in the shower and then rinse off. This is one that you actually put on once you're done, but while you're still wet, like haven't dried off yet. Which I prefer the Nivea, because the reason why I would want a product like that is because I forget to moisturize outside the shower. But the Lush one is really expensive, like all Lush products, so I would really love to find like a drugstore-y type product for that. We'll see if I ever do. I have used the Lush one, and while I'm not a 100% fan of the scent because I don't like the scent of argan oil in a lot of products, it's a me thing. That one doesn't bother me too bad if I remember correctly. Like I said, it's just expensive. I don't want to spend that kind of money. Not on something that I would use up fairly quickly, like in 2 to 3 months, that would be gone. So this, like I said, that is my other replacement. Now let's get into all the products that I actually have progress on. First is this Juvia's Place Mini Masquerade palette. I was working on the shade Mally. This is what it looked like last time. And here is what we have today. Definitely a little bit more of a dip going there. So I definitely think by the end of this, I can definitely hit pan on it. I'm not worried about it. I don't use it a ton because I have a Pan That palette going as well, but I have been using it at least like once or twice a week. Usually is like a lid shade too, so that's been helping a good bit. Next is the Beast That Won't Die. It is the Grande Lips Hydrating Lip Plumper. I'm wearing it today. I've been wearing it every day, and honestly, I think it's almost done. Here are my marks on it. I hope you can see that. There we go. And it's starting to sputter a little bit when I use it, so I'm thinking that it might only have 1 or 2 more applications. I don't want to swear by that though, just because I thought for months that I could see it like right at the bottom of this thing right here, the actual pump. And then I thought, well, once I get it up there, it won't have much left of it. 2 months after even getting that pumping mechanism up to where I could see it, I'm still working on it. So last time the weight was 16.0 grams. This time it's 15.8, which is about normal for that product. That's the product that I couldn't remember. Next is the Cover FX blurring primer. Let me mark this real quick. So I don't have a ton of progress on this because I was also finishing up a mini pore filling primer. But there we go. I do think I will have more progress next month. I don't necessarily know if I will finish this by the end. And now I remember what I replaced the other product with. It was that eye cream that I knew I was not going to finish in 2 to 3 months. So I went ahead and took it out. And I don't necessarily know if I'll finish this by the end. I don't know. Once I'm just working on one primer alone, I tend to start going through it really fast. The problem with primers usually is I'm working on like this plus a mini at the same time. So neither one gets a lot of progress. But we'll see where I end up with at the end of this. Even if I'm not done, I should be fairly close because now I'm not working on any other minis. I'm just working on that. But yes, I had that eye cream in here that I wasn't making a lot of progress on. So I decided to take it out. That's what it was. It's not something I'm decluttering though. I'm just going to use it at a later date. Whew, that just clicked in my head. Next are my 2 concealers. First is the Neutrogena, what is this exactly called? Healthy Skin Brightening Eye Perfector. And mine is in the shade, I believe it says fair, but this is too dark to be fair and it's starting to really get on my nerves. I want to use it up and just get it out of my collection at this point, but it's a little too dark to properly be brightening. I'm thinking I'm gonna have to buy like a white concealer to mix in with this to make it a little bit better. So it only has 4.9 grams in it, which is a good thing because I don't want to deal with a lot of this product, but I only went through 0.4 grams last month. So I went from 29 grams even to 28.6 grams. So I think I'm going to be using that for a very long time. This one, on the other hand, I made some decent progress on. This is the Physicians Formula Insta Ready Concealer. I was able to finally remove the sticker without it sticking to everything, so we actually have like a little measurement on it this time. Unfortunately, I don't know where I started on that. I do have the sticker still, so I can figure out what the weight of the actual product is, hopefully. Let's see, is it on here? Hell no, that would have been helpful. Is it on the back? It is, but it's too small for me to read. So anyways, last time it weighed 23.1 grams. This time it weighs 21.3 grams, actually. So I used up 1.7 grams. I think that's 1.7. No, that's 1.8. I can't do math in my head as well as I used to be able to. Sign of aging, I guess. But yeah, I hope I can get through that by the end because I don't particularly like it either. It's also too dark for me, even for my face. So I've mostly been wearing it underneath my foundation to kind of cover up the fact that it's too dark. So I'm making it work. Next is the other toner that is in here that I now probably won't finish, but it's okay. I'm not too worried about it. This is the Mint Pear Fresh Cucumber and Witch Hazel Facial Toner. So this is just what I've been using at night because it makes me less oily than like a moisturizing toner would, but I don't think it really makes me matte. And I think the Witch Hazel is supposed to help with like acne and stuff. My acne is finally starting to die. So I'm hoping that the addition of like something like this has been helping with that. Anyways, here are my marks. Nice little chunk used up there from right at the top to right there. I'm not sure what the next month's progress is going to look like. It might not be as nice, but we'll see. And finally, we have my little eye makeup remover. This is the Kopare Coconut Melt. This is just a mini, but I have the feeling that this is going to last a while. Here's what it looks like on the inside. Last time, I think it was brand new and full. Still smells like coconut, which I love and makes me think of summer, which is why I put it in here. Last time it weighed 40.7 grams. This time it weighs 36 grams even. So I did use a nice little chunk of it, but it is a 30-gram product. So this might not be the most successful of project pans, but honestly, if I'm working on stuff, that's really what counts, even if it takes me a little while longer to use something up than I necessarily want it to. And who knows, maybe next month I'll roll some products in. I'll feel it. I'll feel the inspiration to roll some more products in, even though at that point there will only be a month left in the project, but you never know. So that is it. Thank you guys for tuning in. As always, I do really appreciate it, and hopefully I will see you later. Bye.